Finally, His Excellency Mr. Gregory P2B has reacted to the street name changing in Lagos State after a popular Charly boy bus stop was changed in Lagos State, Barega precisely, from Charly boy bus stop to Olamido Baddoo Bustop. This time, while I don't already they start for internet space, you know as P2B response they be. You know what I mean? Few weeks ago, the brouhaha of street changing the names of streets was trending in Lagos State, which attracted attention from Nigerians home and abroad. This became, a fire on the media space after the popular Charly boy bus stop in Barega was changed to Olamido Baddoo Bustop in Lagos State. Lovers and fans of Charly boy, as well as many other concerned Nigerians, reacted to that very, development in Lagos State. And thereafter, Charly boy made some, commentary concerning that very incident. But for the benefit of doubt, unto those of you who didn't see that video earlier, make una listen to the Local Council Development Authority chairman in Lagos State when he made that very pronouncement.
Ilaje Road will now be called King Sunny Ade Road. Ajidagon Street will now be called Olamide Adedeji Baddoo Street. That means that Charly boy bus stop will now be changed to Baddoo bus stop. No more Charly boy.
So, it was after this very pronouncement by the chairman of the Local Council Development Authority in Barega that the whole social media drama started. You know what I mean? They don't drag Sowolu, drag APC, drag everybody, you know what I mean? But all the same, let's listen to what P2B said, with Charly boy in this very section, and we shall take it from there.
I personally have a problem with even such mundane things. And, people have told me, oh, they are changing names of streets, they are doing this. Even people expected me, even mention the Charly boy was they told me, oh, you have not made comment on it and everything. And I've not made comment on it. As you can see, I'm not tweeted about it, I'm not saying anything about it. And quite frankly, it's because you mentioned it that I'm mentioning it. Since I came here, we've been discussing other things that I've not mentioned, because I believe it's totally irrelevant when you have millions of people who don't know where the next meal will come from. So whether they change it to Mr. A or B, senior as governor, I refuse that any street or any building, anything should be named in my name. I have one that I built a facility in a hospital where I was born, and the proprietors felt that, okay, it should either be named after me, after my mother. And I said, no, there's nothing like that. Yes, people must have said, oh, I didn't do the right thing, didn't do the right publicity. I would have put my name in all the streets or in all this thing that I built, or even commission them, which I didn't do. I didn't commission anything, which is why people are asking, did he do this, didn't do this? Because I believe that the people are seeing it. Whatever I did was with public money and everything. So I didn't say, for me, it's irrelevant whether your name is in every building or not. I don't believe in it, and I will never do it. Please make me president today. My name is not going to be in any of this facilities, because what I want is for the facilities to function. What I want is to work.
Like I said in my previous video, in this part of the world, Africa, in Nigeria precisely, we trivialize, we spend a lot of time on trivial issues, on trivial matters, things that does not make sense. We put a lot of energy on them. And I've always maintained that since the advent of APC in the last 10 years, precisely from the last presidential election, 2023, that was the advent of another line of ethnic bigotry in Nigeria. Nigeria has never been divided the way it is now, especially between the Yorubas and the Igbos. You know what I mean? This was triggered immensely during the campaign time. And people like Bayo Ononoga championed that very cause. And up till today, even though person-to-person relationship still differs on the street in real life, but the social media disagreement, banter, hate speech and all of that has continued to prevail even up till this day. Now, why do I say so? While I agree that every government has authority to change the names of streets whichever way it pleases them, it requires intelligence and a high level of emotional intelligence for government of the day to be very critical when making some certain decisions. Whether you like it or not, Charly Boy is a figure that represents, the oppressed in Nigeria. He has, lent his voice over the years to speak against injustice. And I know for the singular reason he's not a pro-APC man could have been the reason that it was very easy to change the name of that very bus stop to his name. I mean, if Charly Boy had lived and after he had successfully lived his life and God called him and the state government decided to change that name, it would have been much more better. But like I said, if the government of the day is more intelligent with high level of emotional intelligence, they would have realized that steps like this could trigger some ethnic tensions. And the moment they put it into consideration, they will not do that. You know what? So they leave good governance, things to focus on, like P2B said, and begin to spend energy and time on trivial matters. I cite you an example of what happened in Anambra State. There is a popular street where we have a lot of clubs in Anambra State, in Awka precisely, the capital city. That street, I remember while we were in Awka those years, it is called Abakaliki Street. Abakaliki Street now where it happen. You know what I mean? There are a lot of clubs there. If you go there, you go see a shower them plenty for night. You know what I mean? It's a hot spot in Awka. I learned that some time ago that street name was changed from Abakaliki Street to Club Street. There were a lot of agitations, a lot of protests. The people from Abakaliki, Ebonyi State were agitating and protesting that it is a slap on their face to change that name from Abakaliki Street to Club Street. Some persons were saying, why would you do that? That Abakaliki Street is already a popular street here. There were a lot of social media drama and even in real life. At the end of the day, the governor of the state changed that name, that street name, back to Abakaliki Street. Unfortunately, the government of the day was also very dull not to have read the handwriting on the wall before changing the name from Abakaliki Street to Club Street. Now, after the shenanigans back and forth, they went back and changed it to Abakaliki Street. That is what I'm saying. We have government who spend a lot of time and energy on trivial matters, things that does not matter. Like P2B said, P2B is not interested in any form of street naming. He won them in Anambra State, like he said. Don't name anything after me. And that is why today you might not find any structure, any road in Anambra State named after P2B. But that does not exclude the fact that he performed, within expectations as a governor in Anambra State. And let me tell you, P2B being a solution provider has always been very critical in solving complex problems. Let me give you an example here. The local government or the federal government allocations, allowances for schools. Watch this video and you'll see how P2B was able to navigate through that, very problem and solve that problem perpetually.
At the center, UBEC gives us money as a state. That money goes to local government, who then gives it to school. So I said to them, so this your federal government, your state government, I'm local government, she's the school. So this money goes from him to you, to me, and her. And I said, why can't this money go from here to here and leave these two people? Because what happens, the more this money transits, the lesser it becomes. So I removed that transit point. All those toll gates were removed. No. Let this money go direct to her. And me and you started complaining, oh no, now we are supposed to supervise that. I said that the money must pass through us so we know whether he spends it right or wrong. I said, no, we can still do it. Our job is supervision. Just give her the money and we'll supervise her. And that made all the difference. Because the money became more effective. Because we are not getting anything from it, our supervision became more thorough. Because we are no longer part of it. So we don't want this person to equally chop anything. So we must. So it's a simple thing. Is that little one, we want it to be invested properly. And then we can grow it. Is Nigeria investing enough in education? No. Our last 5-6 years, investment in education.
I'm pretty sure you have seen that video. There is a wise saying that says, when situation gets tough, only the tough gets going. You devise, tough means, tough strategies when you find yourself in tough situation. And that was exactly what P2B did. As a result of high-handedness, bribery and corruption, profiteering, so many abominations in the polity, in the system. That was a singular reason P2B said, let the federal government bring the money that will give it direct to schools. Let the schools have the money immediately to reduce complexity. Because at the end of the day, this one go hold the paper, go hold the approval, said he no go give until this person give him something. What we see every day in government offices, you will go to get a documentation, somebody will hold your file and say until you drop something. After this table, another table will say until you drop something. These are the small corruption that has destroyed the fabrics of this country. Yes, and it's killing Africa very fast. In abroad, nobody looks at your face. If you come to get signature anywhere, in fact, you might not even see anybody, but you do it online. Nobody wants to look at your face. And that is how a functional society should look like. And that is why we need somebody like P2B to come in to help reshape the affairs of governance in this country. At least to bring some level of decency and decorum to what public officers do, what politicians do. Things would certainly get better in this country, Nigeria. But anyways, at this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person see. God bless you.